Welcome back to In the Kitchen with the Dietitian. This is Jane's story. We're back in my pantry for part 3. We're going to do the bottom shelves today. I have lots of whole grains, like I said in the last episode. Kamut, buckwheat pancake and waffle mix. That's a whole grain. 10 grain pancake and waffle mix. Teff, 8 grain hot cereal. Cornmeal and polenta. Mighty Tasty hot cereal. 7 grain hot cereal. Creamy brown rice hot cereal. The cream of rice that's in the grocery store is not a whole grain, but this one is, and this is from Bob's Red Mill. Whole grain corn flour to make corn muffins. Amaranth, 7 grain pancake and waffle mix. Wheat berries. Grits, blue, white, and a different blue one from a different mill. Bulgur and coarse ground cornmeal. And then in my baskets, I have already cooked whole grain brown rice with ancient grains, chocolate chip cookie dough instant oatmeal from Target, Good and Gather brand, sugar-free cinnamon and spice instant oatmeal, and then sugar-free vanilla. These are flavored with sugar substitute. This is not. These are full sugar. I keep these on hand because sometimes I like to mix them in with yogurts, plain yogurts, the flavored ones, and then just eat them right away. I don't even let it sit overnight. Strawberries and cream. And peaches and cream. I don't know why I'm keeping this because I'm not going to eat it. I hate peaches and cream oatmeal. All right, I have taco seasoning mix, Mrs. Dash. This does not have any salt. This is Old El Paso taco seasoning mix, reduced sodium. Sometimes I'll just use one of each to get a little bit of salt, but not quite as much as I would get from a regular packet. Mrs. Dash pot roast seasoning. I got 2 of those. Saute Business. This is from Walmart, although I think I've seen this one also at H-E-B. Hidden Valley Ranch, not quite sure why I have this in there. I'm not quite sure what I was thinking. Mild chili seasoning mix. Herb Ox chicken bouillon, this is salt-free. They do make one that is not salt-free, so you have to be careful if you're looking for the salt-free one. Whole grain brown rice. What's left of some tricolor quinoa. Nutritional yeast. Polenta in a tube. I love this. This is awesome grilled. Chia seeds to make overnight pudding. Mix and drink instant non-fat milk. You can use this if you don't want to add liquid to something but you still want that milky flavor, or if you're trying to reduce the amount of liquid. Let's say I wanted to have yogurt but I wanted to have some more protein in it. I could add this without adding any fluid to it and add more protein. Microwave popcorn, Jolly Time, the one I was talking about in my other video. I also have Orville Redenbacher's kettle corn in here. These are all 100-calorie mini bags. Honey. I'll take this opportunity to say honey is still sugar. It is added sugar when we are looking at our daily intake. So our body still converts it the same way. It just is more natural because it's not refined like sugar is. Sugar cane is picked and then it's taken to the mill where all sorts of things are done to it, where this is just taken from the honeycomb. So yes, as far as a better product, a less refined product, absolutely. Honey is less refined. However, it still has 60 calories for a tablespoon and it's still going to add sugar to your diet. All right, so I got my big bin here. I got dried cranberries. These are 50% less sugar. Prunes. Marcona almonds. These are kind of a flat almond. They have the same flavor as regular almonds do. These are rosemary flavored. These are awesome. I got them at Aldi, but it's been a while. It seems like they have them around the holidays, so you could like do on a charcuterie board with them. Pecan pieces, Ghirardelli mini chocolate chips. I use those a lot. Walnut pieces. A little bit of pecan left. Figs. Sliced almonds. Some more of those Marcona almonds. These are a sea salt. Cashews. More pecans. Nestle Toll House mini chocolate chips. There's really no difference between the Ghirardelli and these. They both have added sugar in them. I actually just kind of like the flavor of the Ghirardelli better than these, but these are cheaper than the Ghirardelli. And then I have Truvia brown sugar substitute. Oh, wait a minute. I got another bag of semi-sweet chocolate chips. And then a bag of coconut flakes that are unsweetened. Puffed millet. Unsweetened applesauce, extra virgin olive oil, raw pepitas, pumpkin seeds, black cocoa versus the regular Hershey's cocoa, which is kind of a brownish reddish color. I have some of that here, the dark. Whole kernel sweet corn. This is in sea salt. These are really low per serving in sodium. Sugar substitute, Walmart brand. These are collagen peptides. And then I have various levels of firmness tofu. Some more cocoa because I forgot I had cocoa, so I bought more. Dried buttermilk. Good to have on hand. Once you open it though, you got to make sure you refrigerate it. Just, you know, for those recipes that call for buttermilk, if you don't keep it on hand, which who does? Wild rice packet. Xanthan gum. Oh, gotta put this one back where it belongs. Burger Business. White hominy corn. This has been chipped up. So you would just cook this in water. And it would get soft and then you could eat it. And then this is giant hominy. I have agave. This is sweetened with a sugar substitute agave. Baking soda. Gelatin. Pure maple syrup. Same thing with the honey. This is less refined than granulated sugar, but it's still going to be converted to the same thing in your body. And baking powder. I was gonna do the bottom shelf in a squat, but I decided I wasn't gonna do that. So I pulled them all out, all my canned goods that were on the bottom shelf, and we'll kind of go through what I got. Ray's brand Coney hot dog sauce with beef. I occasionally have a hot dog, not very often. Roasted garlic hummus dip. This only has 40 calories for 2 tablespoons versus what is found in the cooler. Those are usually at least 60 to 70. And the sodium is 130 milligrams for 2 tablespoons, so not too bad. Pecan honey mustard sauce. Not quite sure why I bought that. It was on clearance at Hobby Lobby. Chicken breast, low sodium, canned chicken breast. This is very hard to find in a low sodium version. Dark sweet cherries. I love cherries. I like to put them in yogurt and stuff, but these are cherries in their own juice. They were a little pricey. Cherries aren't very cheap, but I thought I'd give them a try and see what it was like. Canned pineapple in their own juice. Evaporated milk for pumpkin pie, I think, is what I had that for. I have pineapple Thai chili salsa. This is something I found at Walmart, which would be good for at work in a pinch if you needed something to keep in your desk. It is tuna and it's got little crispy things in here. There's the can of tuna, and then this is a little packet of crispy stuff, and then it comes with a little wooden spork. But by the way, I did have one of these. Do not drain the oil out of it because then this won't mix right. So if you do try these out, like I said, this would be a good thing to have in your desk. If you have a workplace and you kind of don't bring a lunch sometimes and you need something on hand. Ranch style beans. This was also bought for weenie roast because I wasn't going to make baked beans, and these were relatively low in added sugars compared to some of the beans. Refried beans out of a can. These are so high in sodium, but I did have a can on hand. 450 milligrams for a half cup. That's quite a bit of sodium. That's just at almost 20%, which as long as we're under 20%, it's okay, but that's getting up there. Great Northern beans. The only reason why these happen to be organic is they're from Kroger's and they are low in sodium compared to the other versions. They are 125 milligrams for a half cup. Several cans of those. Black beans, no salt added. Kidney beans. Chili style beans. When I go home to Illinois, I like to go to Hy-Vee and Schnucks to see what they have that I don't have. Down here in Texas, it is really hard to find things that are low in sodium, and there's just not a market for it. So when I'm up there, I always check out the grocery stores. Garbanzo beans, no salt added rotel. Carrots, no salt added. These are incredibly hard to find. I did end up finding them in one of the HEBs I went to, so I bought 2 cans of them. No salt added sweet corn. No salt added tomato sauce. Tomato paste. Tomato paste doesn't usually have salt in it. This is just regular tomato paste. 20 milligrams for 2 tablespoons. San Marzano tomatoes. I was going to make my son's marinara sauce recipe and I never got around to it. Mexican style hominy in a can. This is like the dried stuff I just showed you that was in my cabinet, except this is already soaked. Soups. I don't typically eat a lot of soups. The cream of chicken I have, the healthy request, this is to make my husband chicken and noodles. So that's why I have that. I have this one for my mom when she comes, chunky tomato bisque. It's light in sodium. You can have the whole can for 470 milligrams, which is incredibly low for a soup. Got a couple cans of that. And then this chicken and noodle, this is very high in sodium, but this is on hand just when we're not feeling so good to go with those mini saltine crackers. I also have this chicken noodle soup. This one is low in sodium. Again, this is organic because it was the only one that was low in sodium. Otherwise, I would have never bought it. Light Alfredo sauce. This is from HEB. Low sodium marinara sauce. This is a little bit pricier than typical marinara sauce is, but it only has 130 milligrams of sodium for a half cup. This marinara sauce I get at TJ Maxx, and it is 190 milligrams for a half cup, which again for marinara sauce is incredibly low. This is Linda's salsa from Monmouth, Illinois, outside of Galesburg. This I get every time I go home. I love it. It's low in sodium, and that's the main reason why I buy it. All right, so that was that big cabinet. We are done. We are gonna do another episode because I still need to get to the cabinets on this side. I got stuff in there too. So join me next time for In the Kitchen with the Dietitian.